What year is it again? In the recent years, we've seen a massive influx of new SEGA Mega Drive and Genesis games, thanks to SGDK, a free and open source modern development kit created by Stephane for the beloved console. And I've enjoyed many of those games that have come out in that time, but there's always been a glaring hole in the modern library: the arcade racer. Well, no more. Thanks to MXRetroDev, we've got Driftin Rage. It's a raster racer that takes inspiration from a lot of other classic raster racers, and I think we can safely say that we are in for a treat with this one. Before we get to the rest of the video, however, I want to remind you to like, share and subscribe, and keep an eye out for a special ARC channel announcement in the near future. Needless to say, I'm getting serious here with ARC, so I hope you're all excited and will join me for the ride. Let's get on with it. This build of Driftin Rage is early. The pre-game statement of intention says to expect some bugs and quirks at this stage, which is completely understandable. I've experienced some of these quirks during my time with Driftin Rage, and although I'll point out things I've come across in the video, I kinda went in expecting some strangeness. Yet, for such an early build, there is an impressive amount of polish on show, and a decent amount of content to work through. At the moment, there's only a single race mode that pits you against 5 other drivers. We've got 3 tracks: France, Germany and Russia, with 5 cars, 3 bikes and 12 drivers to choose from, all with their own individual stats. Coolest still is that the choice of driver can affect the stats of your vehicle, with each driver having their own unique attributes that, with the right pairing, can mitigate some of a vehicle's deficiencies.
3, 2, 1, go!
Races take place on closed circuits and are true races. Unlike many of the classic races that Driftin Rage is inspired by, there are no drones to dodge here. Each race is a battle with the grid and the grid only, and you can feel the competition. They will nudge you, cut you off, ram you from the back, and do their best to send you careening off track and into the trackside scenery. It's pretty tense stuff all told, and I found myself scraping through some pretty tough tussles. Not nearly as often as I found myself succumbing to their tactics, however. Control at this stage is good, if a little touchy. I generally had no problem making my way around each track and found each vehicle's unique handling easy to grasp, if not entirely easy to master. This is a good thing, and I reckon that once things are tightened up a bit in future builds, this will easily rival some of the greats on the Mega Drive and Genesis. The addition of a turbo is awesome, and you'll be able to engage it once per lap after the first lap is complete. Knowing when to turbo adds an extra element of strategy to each race, and it's much appreciated. I did notice that sometimes the turbo wouldn't engage when I pressed the corresponding button, and it would randomly engage itself at other points during the lap. Collision detection seems to be inspired by Top Gear and has a bouncy feel, perhaps a little too much bounce right now. The scrapes and nudges can literally send you flying, doubly so if you choose to main a bike. This is fine, but I feel like the bounce could be dialed back just a touch. I also think the amount of control you have whilst being bounced around should be increased. It'd be awesome to have more air control that will help you stick your landing during some of the bigger moments of chaos. All vehicles are susceptible to getting stuck on the sides of the road if you overshoot a turn or get sent into it by a CPU driver, but it seems most prevalent when racing with bikes. Jumps in the game are manageable with a car, but can be quite precarious on a bike, which makes sense. Driftin Rage nails the audio-visual side of things. The art is just fantastic. The cars and bikes look great and animate well, whilst the tracks scroll smoothly and are a true sight to behold. I particularly love the character portraits. It's a small thing, but the detail here is quite insane. And this good-looking bunch of drivers is fun to get to know, and you'll find them endearing before too long. I did notice some pockets of slowdown in the game, and they seem to appear at very particular moments during a race. You'll encounter it when entering a tunnel, when passing under the lap marker, and sometimes when letting off a turbo. I can't imagine that this won't be addressed at some point though, and it doesn't really affect the gameplay. The sound and music are also quite impressive. The sound effects and vocal samples are clear and easy to make out. The music by Cyberdeus is quite excellent too, with that classic YM2612 sound that we all know and love.
Station.
The compositions are great, although I'm hoping for some more standout melodies to hum along to as more songs are added to the game. But all up, Driftin Rage is an extremely promising raster racer that has all the hallmarks of something great. The game wears its influences on its sleeve, but it has its own thing going on too. And I just think it's brilliant that Driftin Rage has come out of nowhere to plug a genre gap in the new wave of Mega Drive and Genesis games. As early as this build is, it is lovingly made, has stacks of potential, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. If you want to give it a shot and support development of the game, head on over to MXRetroDev's Patreon page, and I'll leave a link in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe, and keep an eye out for that special channel announcement that will be coming very, very shortly. Thank you for watching.